already have our presenter, Mohammad Ferdows Hossen, managing partner with Just Legal Limited. So can we have a big round of applause for him?
When I'm in the audience, then always at the end of the conference, I always end up being exhausted and tired, and I cannot keep my attention. So I know you are exhausted already, so I'm assuring you I won't be long, and I'll keep it very short. I would like to start my discussion with a personal story. Before I got here in Malaysia, I needed to visa approval from Malaysian embassy. Then I called my immigration lawyer. Would you please give me a checklist what I have to submit for getting my visa from Malaysian embassy? Then my immigration lawyer took time from me, gave me some time. Then I allowed him some time, and it was 1 hour, 2 hours, and 3 hours, but I couldn't get any response from him. Then I logged into ChatGPT 4, and I gave some prompts. Would you please give me some suggestions and tips how to get and arrange my visa from Malaysian embassy? And ChatGPT gave me tips, suggestions, rules, regulations, each and everything in detail. And I called my immigration lawyer, and I said him that now it's proved that you immigration lawyers are going to be replaced by artificial intelligence soon. So in my discussion today, I'll share that I predict in 8 to 10 years, lawyers and judges will be replaced by artificial intelligence. You might differ, but it's my personal opinion. Then what next? If lawyers and judges are replaced, then what's next? What to do? I don't know. This is question to you. We have to decide how to navigate this uncharted area and difficult area with generative AI and advent of artificial intelligence. Well, the areas where actually artificial intelligence entrance in our businesses, in our personal life, in our society, and of course in legal landscape. In legal landscape, I want to share in detail all areas where it entranced and made a paradigm shift, the way we think what law is and how law works. Firstly, in legal research, imagine before artificial intelligence came into action, how law firms did their research work. Paralegals, how they did complete the research work, and how much time actually it took. To prepare a lawsuit, it took hours, days, and weeks to prepare a lawsuit to file into court. After AI, it takes minutes to prepare a lawsuit for filing the court. So we, Ross Intelligence, you of course use, I think, who are lawyers. And another example is Westlaw Edge Quick Check. How faster legal research could be, Westlaw Quick Check already proved to us. And second area is contract review and analysis. Again, before AI, we witnessed that it took hours and weeks even to review a contract, to extract important clauses and provisions from a intellectual property contract or any other law-related contract. But now, we see that artificial intelligence, in seconds or minutes, it actually extracts very important and crucial clauses and provisions from 1,000 pages of a contract or agreement. This is really a not only paradigm shift, I would say it's a revolution. Really, it's a revolution. And number 3 is court filings. Automation in court filings and virtual courts. And we all witnessed during COVID-19 pandemic when everything was forced to go online, and how whole world was forced to go online and to do everything from kitchen to executive activity through online. We witnessed everything. So code filings and virtual code filings is a great revolution by artificial intelligence in legal process. And now, so far I know that almost a vast majority of code filings are filed through virtual codes, and hearings are taken through virtual codes. So it seems to me that in 3 to 5 years, mostly 90% court filings will be online. And we cannot deny this reality. It's already here, artificial intelligence. And another very important point, already in our conference, it has been discussed in detail, online dispute resolution. Basically, online dispute resolution is a great enhancement to access to justice. There are some elements for access to justice or to ensure access to justice. Online dispute resolution is fundamental element to ensure access to justice. And when from alternative dispute as a resolution, online dispute resolution came, then we saw that it started working faster than ADR. And now, whenever there is a dispute, we don't need to follow formal procedure like ADR to prepare papers, to study papers, to review papers, to file ADR application, and to follow the procedures. But just within a matter of click, we log in and we submit electronically our papers or claims, and there are various platforms to settle our disputes. Well, overall, the points I already mentioned briefly, those are basically advantages of artificial intelligence revolution in legal processes. So there are, by and large, three advantages or benefits we can say. That is efficiency. Artificial intelligence actually enhanced efficiency in legal process. Secondly, accuracy. Really, when we are humans, as paralegals or lawyers, when we review contract, when we analyze provisions and clauses of an agreement, then very normal, we feel fatigue. We get tired, and we actually make errors and mistakes in reviewing and analyzing contracts. But AI doesn't feel fatigue. AI doesn't feel any emotions, so AI never gets tired and exhausted. So AI is machines, so AI than humans, lawyers, more accurately can analyze a contract and agreement. But along with these advantages, there are some disadvantages, adverse effects, and AI pose threats to legal domain. And that is very concerned. I always feel it's a concern, and when I think from an IP lawyer point of view, I'm an IP lawyer, so this is my responsibility to promote technologies and innovations. But at the same time, I feel, okay, I have a social responsibility as a lawyer, not only to make money or earn money. At the same time, I have to do something for society, because we live in a society. We should always try to make and keep our beloved planet better for us. So most important and significant threat from AI in legal domain is bias, potential bias. And we already know that what happened at Google, how Google actually categorized people of color when it was trained on some algorithms, and how it made and it blundered. And in legal domain, we also, this is a great example of compass recidivism algorithm. And in a study by ProPublica in 2016, we saw that how artificial intelligence very wrongly made biases to people of color while they were not supposed to reoffend. But artificial intelligence showed that they were supposed to reoffend. So it was a great threat from AI in legal domain. We have to be careful about it. And secondly, predictive policing software. Same thing happened in this case. Predictive policing software made biases to people of color and people of religions and other ethnicity. And another important automation in legal processes, automation in lawmaking process. This is very crucial to me because lastly I wrote a research paper, and it was published in a journal in India, and where I actually investigated that how artificial intelligence changes and affects or influences very norms and standards of society. How? I'll keep it very short. My finding I'll share with you. That is, there are already a concept of micro directives. Some academics, they claim it self-driving laws, like self-driving cars. So they are claiming that in future, in short future, we won't need any parliamentary law, ex ante rules by lawmakers, or post ante adjudication in the courtroom by judges. There will be only software, application, app, like traffic rules. Software will guide a driver, guide regulated actors what to do. Basically, why people come to lawyers? Because they are laymen to law, right? And they want opinion from lawyers that how to avoid legal difficulties and how to comply with rules and laws. So, when an app will guide you what to do and how to avoid your tax difficulties and how to comply traffic rules, then people won't go to lawyers to seek opinions. It's only he will log into an app on his mobile device, he will give prompts and insert in data, then AI will say him what to do, how to do, and how to avoid legal difficulties and how to comply with rules, straight rules. So this is a big change and paradigm shift in legal process, specifically in lawmaking process. And academics and researchers are claiming that already that happened in medical professions. Now, doctors do not need to decide when to have an operation on their patients. It's artificial intelligence that actually guides a doctor when to decide or start having operation on their patients. So, like medical profession, in legal domain, soon it will happen that we do not need any parliamentary laws. We do not need judges and adjudicators or jury board to decide and to interpret standards. It's only app that will decide, and we don't need them, neither judges nor lawyers. And another important thing is AI not only made a paradigm shift and change in lawmaking process, it also made a shift in jurisprudence. Very important. We know about law schools, legal thoughts like legal positivism, very old school, natural law theory. But AI already provided a great blow to legal positivism. In one of my research article, lastly I presented in Aligarh Muslim University, India. In that paper, I showed that jurisprudence, this, the very fundamental element of legal positivism is always it claims that law must be neutral, descriptive. And natural law theory claims that law must be morality dependent. Natural law theory, I keep it simple. Natural law theory says that always we have to evaluate law, whether it's right or wrong. Law must be based on ought, quote unquote, ought. And positive law school claims that no, law must be morality neutral, descriptive, not evaluative. So the very fundamental and intrinsic difference between natural law theory and positive school of law is natural law theory claims law must be morality dependent, and positive law says law must be morality independent, morality neutral. But think about, from the advent of artificial intelligence, in every sector, industry participants, policymakers, engineers, programmers, developers, only on thing, on slogan, on claim you would hear that we need set of codes of morality, right? To use our artificial intelligence and machines ethically, right? So you will see that every institution, they has a set of morality code, ethical codes. And when they design artificial intelligence, they inject and indoctrinate those morality codes from their perspectives into foundations models. So what happens actually? So why when we hear about biases, you will see that ChatGPT will answer you on your prompts from the perspectives of programmers and developers who fed it his programmers himself morality and ethics, right? So thing is that there is my finding. So artificial intelligence actually indirectly or directly affects legal positivism. How? Legal positivism claims that law must be morality neutral, descriptive, right? But artificial intelligence based on morality, its programmers are injecting morality into artificial intelligence and machines, so they are basically aligned with morality and ethics that directly go against core values and fundamental parts of legal positivism school. So it's this starting point, and AI is waiting to entrench deeper into legal theories, legal philosophies. I won't be long. I'm actually ending my speech. Another very important thing is that AI also poses threats to human rights. How? With generative AI, now you can produce a picture, a painting, giving some prompts on Midjourney or DALL-E 2. Similarly, you can produce a poem or some lyrics, even more than an established poet, right? Better on ChatGPT. So thing is that if you look into most nations' constitution, right to creative endeavors and expression is a fundamental right and constitutional right. Similarly, at United Nations conventions like ICCPR, there is a human rights, right to and freedom of creative expression and creative endeavors. Thing is that 2 years ago, maybe at the early of 2022 in France, there was an art competition, and AI generated painting won the competition, and it sparked a huge controversy in the artistic domain. So AI already won uh, art competition. At the same time, AI performed natural artists. So thing is that my query is that, so AI is basically outperforming natural artists, right? So who, like, think about at in Newark, a very billionaire man who doesn't get or hold any natural gift to be a poet or painter, but he can afford a expensive creative machine like ChatGPT 4 or Mid Journey, and he can produce lyrics or paint paintings, and he can show them on exhibits, and he can sell it, right? At the same time, like, think about in my home country, Bangladesh, third world country, there is a naturally gifted artist from God, but he has no technological literacy. Got some recommendations to share with you. These are not exhaustive, and it's might be better with your thoughts. Also, I got 2 case studies, real life case studies, but I don't want to share with you because time is very short. First recommendation is tech literacy building programs. I already questioned one of panelists that keeping vast majority of people technologically illiterate, how could we actually expect that we would do better something with artificial intelligence? You know, there is a tech phobia in third world countries. People doesn't have tech literacy, digital literacy. Even they fear about technology. They cannot navigate. And even in my country, there are higher educated people from tertiary, but they are illiterate, tech illiterate, because of they have tech phobia. So when this is the case, how could we expect that we would be able to build a better world with artificial intelligence? It's not yet ready. Maybe we are not ready to build it. That's why we need to build some tech literacy building programs. And it's not possible for third world countries. We have to take this initiative from global stage, like United Nations and developed countries and industry participants. Secondly, humanizing data-driven legal technologies. Another very important thing, you know, why there is tech phobia? Because think about it, we except engineers and developers, you know, the intricacy and sophistication of artificial intelligence and softwares, how many people actually understand this intricacy? There is survey in the market. Very few people who basically understand in this intricacy of artificial intelligence. So we have to actually humanize this design foundation models. So if we keep it more sophisticated, if developers and programmers remain to keep it more intricate and enigmatic, then I think tech phobia will increase day by day. And thirdly, allocating tech supportive budget on legal aid services. This is another fundamental element to enhance access to justice, because, you know, poor people with limited resources cannot navigate ODR platforms. Then what we have to do, we have to actually increase and enhance the amount of budget from government level, executive level, to enhance tech literacy among legal aid services. That can be a good initiative to ensure access to justice. And fourthly, developing community-based legal tech clinics. This is another very important, you know already, I hope. so I don't want to dive deeper. And lastly, subscription fee legal data ecosystem. I already mentioned about Westlaw and other subscription-based research repositories for artificial intelligence, for legal research. You know, you cannot get information and resources from those platforms without paying. So thing is that how many people actually can afford these subscription-based platforms like Westlaw or LexisNexis? So I think maybe there is a representative from LexisNexis. I want to communicate this message to you that we should think about poor people or third world country people who are actually struggling to navigate and to get resources and benefited from these large platforms like LexisNexis and Westlaw. And finally, again, I want to reiterate my question with what I started my speech. In 8 to 10 years, lawyers and judges would be replaced by AI. Then what to do actually? What can we do? Could we prevent this revolution by AI? I think no. So what to do? What can I do actually? Thank you. Any question, please?
So do we have any question? I think in the end he raised the question, so do we have any answer?
Sure, sure.
Just want to voice it. Maybe you heard about the lawyer, the AI lawyer in the last couple of months that was suspended because of practicing the advocacy without having the license from the bar association. Correct? So the question is, you mean that lawyers and judges will be totally replaced by the AI, or will be replaced by other lawyers and judges that will be more capable in dealing with the AI?
Thank you. Well, I think not by non-lawyers. Lawyers and judges will be replaced by artificial intelligence, but you know, by the time there will develop ethical codes and rules and regulations issued by bar associations. Non-lawyers who represent or who actually personificate as lawyers and represent cases before court, there are already rules and regulations, I think, in every bar association, from my country to USA. Like, what's the consequences of personification? When you are not lawyer, but you represent yourself as a lawyer and you try to represent your clients. So it's artificial intelligence. You know, already AI replaced lawyers like paralegals. Now we do not need paralegals to review contracts and agreements, because a paralegal takes 1 week or 1 day, and AI takes 2 minutes to extract important and crucial clauses and provisions from a 10,000 or 20,000 pages contract.
Yeah, that's correct, but the spirit of the law itself is, as you know, to apply justice. The law is just one element of the justice component. I cannot conclude or shrinking the justice in just simply applying the law without having the spirit of the law. Sometimes you need to use some kindness or give some mercy to the people. It's not just applying the law. If it was just for applying the law, I would totally agree with you. But from where you are going to get this spirit of the law, the thing that fall within the estimated authority of the tribunal, if it's arbitration or the courts, it's something like, it's not emissional, but things that beyond the law or above the law.
AI above the law or beyond the law, right?
Yeah.
There is a question, and I actually I have been seeking answer of this question for months actually, because you know, think about generative AI and the very burning question about ownership of AI generated works and arts. Think about last ruling from United Kingdom Supreme Court about for Davos. Think about last ruling from US Copyright Office when there was an application with a graphic novel, but US Copyright Office instructed that, they rejected with instruction that we'll review how creative prompt are inserted into ChatGPT or generative AI, then we'll actually decide whether we are able to give protection, copyright protection. So this is still very uncharted area and unsettled area, and we are waiting to for last case lawsuit filed by New York Times against OpenAI. So we are waiting for court decision.
All right. Let us wait and see.
Am I clear?
That's clear, but still I have my own opinion. Yani. Still, I'm not convinced, but I respect you have, of course, your own opinion, but still I'm an opinion of, first of all, the litigation is not the whole scope of the lawyers. You know, the lawyers, they have a lot of things. Maybe you are right in part of the litigation, in the paralegal preparing the cases, files, and the submission, all of the things. But once it came to applying the justice is something that the human beings themselves rarely when they apply it. So how about the AI? Anyhow, for the sake of time, we can stop until that. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. We can discuss about your question in detail after our session is over.
Yes, of course. We have a high tea networking awaiting, so you both can have a discussion.
Thank
So
you.
can we have a big round of applause for Ferdows Hossen for the
Thank you.
wonderful closing session on AI and automation in legal processes.
I request Ms. Mitali to present participation certificate to MD Ferdows Hossen. Come on guys, huge round of applause.